And the Lord formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Now, my sisters and brothers, let me ask you a question. God created this other man over here, and this female never did touch him. Not one time. Never did touch him. Neither did he breathe the breath of life in. Neither did he ever say at any time that they had a soul. But like I said, my sisters and brothers, we're going to talk about that later on. But Israel, I'm giving you something to ponder over. Alright? Now, let's move a little further here. Let us go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 43. Let's go there. See, because my sister and brother, I want to get into your mind about this man in Genesis 2 and 7 that the Most High formed. Okay? Now, let's look at Isaiah 43. Let's look at verse 1. It says, "But now, thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee." See, there is a difference between when God made something, made these other men. But now he's saying that he formed Jacob. He said, "O Israel, fear not. I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name. Thou art mine." See, all those that God formed is his. All those that he didn't form ain't none of his. I don't give a damn what Jesus said over there by grafting somebody in. I don't care about that. If God did not touch you and God did not form you, you ain't none of his. He says it right here. I mean, these are not my words. These are his words. He says, "I have called thee by thy name. Thou art mine." And he said, "I formed you." So all of these that God didn't form, they're none of his. He may have created them, but he never touched them. And my sisters and brothers, the man that he formed, he said that he used his hands. He formed him from the dust of the ground. That means he touched him. But if you look back at the other man and the other woman, never did touch him. Never did touch him. And like I said, I'm going to explain it. But I am getting you an idea of what we are talking about. Now let's go to Isaiah 45. Isaiah 45, 11 and 12. Let's look at that one. He said, "Thus saith the Lord, the Holy One of Israel and his Maker, asked me things to come to concerning my son, and concerning the work of my hands, command ye me." The work of my hands. See that? God touched the man. God touched Jacob. God touched Samson. Oh yeah, God put his hands on him. He formed them. He formed Jeremiah. Now let's go a little further here. Isaiah 49. Watch this, my sisters and brothers. Isaiah 49. Let's look at verses 5. It says, and now saith the Lord that formed me from the womb, to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my God shall be my strength. See that? He said, form me from the womb. When you form something, you're putting your hand on it. You're shaping it, just like you want to. Now, let's go a little further. Let's bounce back to Isaiah 40. Let's look at 43. Isaiah 43. Let's go to my sisters and brothers. Watch right here. Let's look at verse 7. Look what he says here. Even everyone that is called by my name. Who's that? Israel. He said, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him. Yea, I have made him. See that? God put his hands on Isaiah. But now, if you look back at the other man and the other woman, see, because one has to understand that there were more people than Adam and Eve in the garden. And we're going to talk about that. There were more than Adam and Eve in the garden. And I'm going to prove it to you. Now, okay, now let's go a little further here. Let's look at Isaiah 45 again. Isaiah 45. Let's look at verses 7, 8, and 9. It says, I form the light, I create the darkness, I make peace, I create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Drop down.